Parshat, Pinchas. Then Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron the Cohen, has turned away my anger from Bnei Israel, because he was very zealous for me among them, so that I did not put an end to Bnei Israel in my zeal. So now say, See, I am making with him a covenant of shalom. It will be for him and his descendants after him a covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God and atoned for Bnei Israel. The name of the Israelite man killed with the Midianite woman was Zimri, son of Salu, a prince of a Simeonite ancestral household. The name of the executed Midianite woman was Cosbi, daughter of Zur. He was a tribal head of an ancestral house in Midian. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Deal with the Midianites as enemies and strike them, for they have been enemies to you in their deceptions of you, in the matter of Peor and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of a Midianite prince, the sister who was slain on the day of the plague on account of the Peor incident. Chapter 26. After the plague, Adonai said to Moses and Eleazar, son of Aaron the Cohen, saying, Take a head count of the entire community of Bnei Israel, 20 years old, sons and upward, by their ancestral houses, all who can serve in Israel's army. So Moses and Eleazar the Cohen spoke with them on the Moabite plains by the Jordan across from Jericho, saying, Just as Adonai commanded Moses, a census will be taken of all men of Bnei Israel who came out of Egypt, from 20 years old and upward. The descendants of the sons of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, by Hanok the Hanokite family, by Palu the Paluite family, by Hezron the Hezronite family, and by Carmi the Carmite family. These Reubenite families numbered 43,730. The son of Palu was Eliab. The sons of Eliab were Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. These were the Dathan and Abiram who were community leaders who rebelled against Moses and Aaron and were among the following of Korah in their rebellion against Adonai. Then the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them with Korah. Those followers died when the fire consumed the 250 men, these men serving as a warning. Korah's sons, however, did not die. The sons of Simeon by their families were by Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, by Yamin, the family of the Yaminites, by Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, by Zerach, the family of the Zerachites, by Shaul, the family of the Shaluites. These families of the Simeonites numbered 22,200. The sons of Gad by their families were by Zephon, the family of Zephonites, by Haggai, the family of the Haggites, by Shunai, the family of Shunites, by Ozni, the family of the Oznites, by Eri, the family of the Erites, by Arad, the family of the Aradites, by Arai, the family of the Aralites. The sons of Gad numbered 40,500. And Onan were sons of Judah, but had died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Judah by their families were Shelah, the Shelonite family, by Perez, the Perezite family, by Zerach, the Zerachite family. The sons of Perez by Hezron, the Hezronite family, by Hamuel, the Hamulite family. These were the sons of Judah. They numbered 76,500. The sons of Issachar by their families were Tola, and the family of the Tolites, by Puva, the Punite family, by Yashab, the Yashabite family, by Shimron, the Shimronite family. These were the families of Issachar. They numbered 64,300. The sons of Zebulun by their families were by Sered, the family of the Seredites, by Elon, the family of the Elonites, by Yanileel, the family of the Yalinites. These were the Zebulunite families. They numbered 60,500. The sons of Joseph by their families were Manasseh and Ephraim. The sons of Manasseh were by Machar, the family of the Macharites. Machar fathered Gilead. By Gilead, the family of the Gileadites. The sons of Gilead were by Elzer, the family of the Elzerites, by Halak, the Halakite family, by Ashriel, the Ashrielite family, by Shechem, the Shechemite family, by Shemida, the Shemidite family, by Hefer, the Heferite family. Hefer's sons, Zelophehad, had no sons, only daughters. The names of Zelophehad's daughters were Mahlah, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah. These were the families of Manasseh. They numbered 52,700. These were the sons of Ephraim by their families. Of Shuleith, the Shuleith family. Of Becher, the Becherite family. Of Tahan, the Tahanite family. These were the sons of Shuleith. Of Aran, the Aranite family. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim. They numbered 32,500. These were the sons of Joseph by their families. The sons of Benjamin by their families were Bela, the Belite family, by Ashbel, the Ashbelite family, by Ahiram, the Ahiramite family, by Shephupham, the Shephonite family, by Hupham, the Huphanite family. The sons of Bela and Ard and Naaman. By Ard was the family of the Ardites, by Naaman the family of the Naamanites. These are the sons of Benjamin. They numbered 45,600. These were the sons of Dan by their families. By Shuham, the Shuhamite family. These were the families of Dan by family. They were all Shuhamite families, and they numbered 64,400. The sons of Asher by their families were by Imnah, the Imnite family, by Ishvi, the Ishvite family, by Beriah, the Berite family. Through the sons of Beriah, by Heber, the Heberite family, by Machiel, the Malachite family. The name of Asher's daughter was Sarah. These were the families of Asher's sons. They numbered 53,400. The sons of Naphtali by their families were by Yaziel, the Yazilite family, by Guni, the Gunite family, by Yezer, the Yezerite family, by Shillim, the Shillemite family. These were the families of Naphtali by their families. They numbered 45,400. These total sons of Israel were 601,730. Adonai then spoke to Moses, saying, "The land is to be divided to these as an inheritance according to the number of names. For the larger you are to make his inheritance larger, and to the smaller you are to make its inheritance smaller. Each is to receive his inheritance in proportion to his population. Certainly the land is to be divided by lot. They will inherit it according to the names of their ancestral tribes. The division of the inheritance of larger and smaller tribes is to be decided by lot." These were the numbers of the Levites by their families. By Gershon, the Gershonite family. By Kohath, the Kohathite family. By Merari, the Merarite family. These were the families of Levi. The Lebanite family, the Hebronite family, the Malchite family, the Mushite family, and the Kohathite family. Kohath fathered Amram. Amram's wife's name was Jochebed, daughter of Levi, who was born to the Levites in Egypt. She gave birth for Amram, Aaron, and Moses, as well as Miriam, their sister. Aaron was the father of Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. However, Nadab and Abihu died when they offered sacrifices with unauthorized fire before Adonai. The male Levites, a month old and upward, totaled 23,000, though they were not included among Bnei Israel, since he did not give them inheritance among Bnei Israel. These were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the Cohen when they counted Bnei Israel on the plains of Moab across from Jericho. Not one of them was among those counted by Moses and Aaron the Cohen when they counted Bnei Israel in the wilderness of Sinai, because Adonai had said they would surely die in the wilderness. Not one of them was left, except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun. Chapter 27. The daughters of Zelophehad, son of Hefer, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh son of Joseph. The names of his daughters were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. Stood before Moses, Eleazar the Cohen, and the princes of the entire assembly at the entrance to the tent of meeting, and said, Our father died in the wilderness. But he was not one of the followers banding together against Adonai with Korah, though he died for his own sin. Yet he had no sons. Why should our father's name diminish from his family just because he had no son? Give to us property among our father's brothers. So Moses brought their issue before Adonai, and Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad are right in saying you should give them property by inheritance among their father's relatives. You are to turn over the inheritance of their father to them. Furthermore, you are to speak to Bnei Israel, saying, If a man dies without a son, you are to transfer his inheritance to his daughter. If he has no daughter, you are to give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, you are to give it to his father's brothers. If his father had no brothers, you are to give it to the nearest relative in his family that he might possess it. This is to be a legal statute for Bnei Israel, just as Adonai commanded to Moses. Then Adonai said to Moses, Go up this mountain of the Abarim range, and look at the land that I have given to Bnei Israel. When you have seen it, you will be gathered to your people, just as Aaron your brother was gathered. For in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife of the community, you both rebelled against my word instead of honoring me as holy at the waters before their eyes. These were the waters of Meribah at Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Moses spoke to Adonai, saying, May Adonai, God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the community to go out and to come in before them, who will lead them out and bring them out, so that the people of Adonai will not be like sheep without a shepherd. Adonai said to Moses, Take Joshua son of Nun, a man in whom is the Ruach, and lay your hand on him. You will have him stand before Eleazar the Cohen and before the entire assembly and commission him before their eyes. Give to him some of your authority, so that the whole community of Bnei Israel will obey him. He will stand before Eleazar the Cohen, who will pray and obtain judgments for him by Urim and before Adonai. At his mouth they will go out, and at his mouth they will come in, he and all the community of Bnei Israel with him. Moses did as Adonai commanded him. He took Joshua, stood him before Eleazar the Cohen, and all the entire assembly. Then he laid his hands on him and commissioned him just as Adonai had spoken by Moses' hand. Chapter 28. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Command Bnei Israel and tell them to be careful to present to me at the Moedim my food offerings as a fire, as pleasing aroma. Tell them, This is the fire offering which you are to present to Adonai. 2 male lambs a year old without flaw, as a daily regular burnt offering. Prepare 1 lamb in the morning, and the other lamb you are to prepare at twilight, along with 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour for a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 a hin of oil from pressed olives. This is to the regular burnt offering initiated at Mount Sinai as a pleasing aroma, a fire offered to Adonai. With each lamb pour out 1/4 of a hin of fermented drink at the sanctuary as a drink offering to Adonai. Prepare the second lamb at twilight with the same type of grain and drink offerings you prepared in the morning, a fire offering as a pleasing aroma to Adonai. On the Shabbat, you are to present 2 flawless male lambs a year old, along with 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with oil in its drink offering. This is the burnt offering for every Shabbat, beside the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. On the first of the month, you are to present to Adonai a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 flawless male lambs a year old, with 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering for each bull, and 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering with the ram, and with each lamb 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, a burnt offering as a pleasing aroma, an offering by fire unto Adonai. Their drink offerings shall be, per bull, half a hin of wine, a third a hin of wine per ram, and a fourth a hin per lamb. This will be the monthly burnt offering at each new moon throughout the year. Also, one male goat as a sin offering to Adonai beside the regular burnt offering is to be offered with its drink offering. On the 14th day of the first month is Adonai's Passover. On the 15th day there is to be a feast. For 7 days matzot will be eaten. You are to hold a sacred assembly on the first day, and you are not to do any laborious work. You are to offer to Adonai burnt offering by fire, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old. They are to be flawless. You are to offer the grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah per bull, 2/10 per ram, and 1/10 per each of the 7 lambs, plus 1 goat for a sin offering to atone for yourselves. In addition to the morning burnt offering and regular burnt offering, you are to offer these. Just like this, you are to offer each day, for 7 days, the food to be offered by fire for each day as a pleasing aroma to Adonai, beside the regular burnt offering with its drink offering. On the 7th day, you are to have a sacred assembly, and you are to do no laborious work. On the day of first fruits, when you offer to Adonai a new grain offering during the Feast of Weeks, you are to have a sacred assembly. You are to do no laborious work. You are to offer as a pleasing aroma a burnt offering to Adonai, 2 young bulls from the herd, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old. With each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. With the ram 2/10, and with each lamb 1/10, plus 1 male goat to make atonement for you. In addition, you are to prepare the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and its drink offering. They are to be without defect. Chapter 29. On the first day of the 7th month you are to have a sacred assembly. You are to do no laborious work. It is for you a day for sounding the shofar. You are to prepare a burnt offering as a pleasing aroma to Adonai. 1 young bull from the herd, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old without flaw, with their grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of an ephah with the bull, 2/10 with the ram, and 1/10 with each of the 7 lambs, as well as 1 male goat as a sin offering to make atonement for yourselves. Also offer the burnt offering for the month with its grain offering, the regular burnt offering with this grain offering, and their appropriate drink offerings as a pleasing aroma to Adonai, as an offering by fire. On the 10th day of the 7th month, you are to have a sacred assembly. You are to deny yourselves and do no work. You are to present to Adonai a burnt offering as a pleasing aroma, 1 young bull from the herd, 1 ram, and 7-year-old male lambs without defect, along with their grain offerings of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah with the bull, 2/10 with the ram, and 1/10 with each of the 7 lambs. Also offer 1 male goat for a sin offering, in addition to the sin offering for atonement, as well as the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and their drink offerings. On the 15th day of the 7th month, you are to have a sacred assembly. You are not to do any of your work, and you are to celebrate the feast to Adonai for 7 days. You are to offer a burnt offering by fire to Adonai as a pleasing aroma, 13 young bulls from the herd, 2 rams, and 14-year-old male lambs without defect, their grain offerings of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah with each of the 13 bulls, 2/10 with each of the 2 rams, and 1/10 with each of the 14 lambs, plus 1 male goat as a sin offering, beside the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offering. On the 2nd day you are to offer 12 young bulls from the herd, 2 rams, and 14-year-old male lambs without flaw, with their grain and drink offerings, with the bulls, rams, and lambs as appropriate by the number according to the regulations, plus 1 male goat as a sin offering, as well as the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offerings. On the 3rd day offer 11 bulls, 2 rams, and 14-year-old male lambs without defect, with their grain and drink offerings, with the bulls, rams, and lambs as the number specified, and a male goat as a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offerings. On the 4th day, 10 bulls, 2 rams, and 14-year-old male lambs without flaw, their grain offerings and drink offerings with the bulls, rams, and lambs by the number according to the regulations, and one male goat as a sin offering, and the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offerings. On the 5th day, 9 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 male 1-year-old lambs without defect, with their grain and drink offerings by their number as specified, and 1 goat for a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offerings. On the 6th day, 8 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 male lambs a year old without defect, with the bulls, rams, and lambs, their grain and drink offerings according to those numbers specified, and 1 goat for a sin offering, with the regular burnt offering and its grain and drink offerings. On the 7th day, 7 bulls, 2 rams, and 14 male lambs without defect a male year old, plus their grain and drink offerings for the bulls, rams, and lambs according to the number specified, in addition to 1 male goat for a sin offering, and the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offerings. And on the 8th day there shall be for you an assembly. You are to do no regular work. You are to offer to Adonai a burnt offering, a fire offering, a pleasing aroma, 1 bull, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old without defect, and their grain and drink offerings with the bull, ram, and lamb corresponding to their number according to the regulations, and a goat for a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering with its grain and drink offerings. You are to prepare these for Adonai at your Moedim in a addition to your vow and freewill offerings, along with your burnt offerings, grain offerings, drink offerings, and fellowship offerings. So Moses told Bnei Israel all Adonai commanded Moses. Chapter 30. Moses spoke to the princes of the tribes of Bnei Israel, saying, This is what Adonai has commanded.